What? Almost knocked my shaft over. Scary. Okay, everybody, y'all know the routine. We're here to clear
Howdy,
different.
folks. Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Alright, sounds good. Let's see, what's going on this week? We've released LMR5 fairly recently. I think that went out last week. It's got a bunch of bug fixes people have been asking about for a while. So hopefully it is helping with those. Our next viewer is going to be one with some user experience updates, primarily intended to help with new users, but some of it's potentially relevant to anybody, and also supporting the new guidebook that people will see when they log in for the first time. So that is probably going to go out in the next week or two. At least that's the current plan. Always subject to change if we run into issues or whatever. Yeah, Lucy, let me know if I start breaking up. I'm actually running the alternate viewer that has the voice fixes in it right now, so most of us have seen fewer problems with that, but anyway, tell me if there are issues. Let's see, what else? I think those are the main things. Anybody from graphics team here to talk about graphics stuff?
Oh, it's
No,
Dan.
doesn't look like it. Alright, well, other than that, we are open for discussions if there are things they want to discuss. No, Bunny, the viewer with the new cache is, I think it's called the Simplified Cache Viewer or something. That'll be coming out sometime later, after the new UI viewer. Yeah, no, that's not canceled. That should be coming out as an updated RC soon if it hasn't already. Hey, Cal, do you know where we are with that? Have we updated the RC lately, or is that still pending?
It's about to go to QA, but there's a lot of things ahead of it in the pipeline. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
proceed through and then become the next RC, as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot going on the QA side. So once I have a chance to look at it, there will be an updated RC for that. So people will be randomly getting that for testing, and then after that, then we will. After that, then if everything goes well, it'll be promoted at some point. Yeah, lots of doggies today.
Don't you see one bitch just gotta get smacked trying to be cheeky?
Yeah, we have quite a few other viewers in the queue behind the new user experience stuff. Let's see. Besides the simplified cache, there's also the fixes for Mac notarization. That should get rid of the annoying warnings when you download it on the Mac, which would be nice. Let's see. What else do we have?
Oh,
There's
I am
the
straight, man.
Legacy Profiles, which is getting a little bit of a facelift, so wouldn't be coming out quite as soon, but I don't think there's a ton left to do. Probably the next release will be Mate. We've always got the releases with the ongoing bug fixes, but we'll see. There's also a CEF update in the pipeline that will be coming out in RC in the not too distant future. CEF is the framework that's used for web content rendering, Chrome embedded framework. So if you're looking at media on a prim or any of that stuff, that's all going through CEF. Yeah, I think the latest update means that more external services should work. Cal, what were you seeing most recently? That things like Twitch were behaving pretty well now through CEF?
The one, let's see, I think the one, I can look I suppose, but the one in the viewer now I think is 81, and we bumped it to 89, which brought in fixes for a lot of that stuff, a lot of media things like Twitch, and there was a whole bunch of like live cams as well that just didn't work. And yeah, YouTube live streaming, and 91 builds on that and also adds some for some scary exploits which Google aren't saying anything about for the moment. Well, it's fully updated. 91 is the version you probably have on your desktop, so it's fully up to date, and that should be okay. I've been working on that today, and it looks like it's going to be just fine. But yeah, then the YouTube streaming is really cool, and Twitch is really nice. There's a whole bunch of sites. I forget what they were. Maybe Facebook Video as well. I think did so well. It's now it's released, so yeah, it shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, the super old hardware in question is stuff that doesn't support SSE3, which has been standard for 15 years or so. I guess we do get complaints if we kill support for 15-year-old hardware. Okay, guys, let's keep it civil, please.
Don't worry, Veer. I gave you my word I would behave. Besides, I have nothing to say to a person wearing a 2008 starter mesh avatar from the library. Clearly as a troll.
Let's see, working on the last few months. You know, not a lot of exciting stuff really. I think it's mostly been mostly just been trying to keep everything moving down the pipes. But I have hopes. I'm working on some proposals now. Yeah, I'll talk about them when they get a little farther along.
Bigger prims? Bigger upload limits? Huh?
Sorry guys, the bigger prims are a loser. I've brought it up, I've talked to people, and there's just too much concern about abuse factors.
Lame. I know, right? Like, ugh. We can allow literally 100K triangle bodies. That's abuse in itself on the sim. Yet we can't have big prims for building. Lame. No, we don't. We got antique mega prims, and even if we wanted to, like, use those, they suck. Yeah, no. What I really want is the import limit to be lifted so we can decorate and import buildings without having to chop stuff in pieces. Some of us are blind, you know, can't layer everything up right. And it'll be so much easier just to be able to bring your building or bring something in without having to go like this goes here, that here. And then even worse if you res it and then half of it's off sim. What happened to the joy of it being... I would appreciate that, because I got Baumgarten just waiting to come in. And I'm like, I want to bring this in. I'm even willing to buy a whole sim. But I don't want to buy a whole sim and then reassemble everything part by part. Mega prim by mega prim. Ugh.
You know, I thought they were working on preserving prim names on upload. As you know, that's waiting on server side work. I've actually talked to people about it in the not too distant past.
We'll keep hope alive then. One day. Personally, I think before y'all even work with Arctan, y'all should make more education stuff before. Let people know why they being punished.
Yeah, Arctan, what we're working on now is a performance floater, which is a thing for, actually something I worked on recently, a little more specs than coding lately. That is a thing for letting you see, you know, quite of the high impact things around you, which avatars are heavy to draw, which of your own attachments are heavy to draw. and what you can do about it. You know what the kind of main graphics controls are. It's pretty much pulling a bunch of displays and controls into one place that are currently kind of scattered all over the UI. Things like complexity controls. It's not really fair to expect people to find. I think you have to enable the advanced menu and then go in and find something in there. So the idea here is to put it in kind of one place that's enabled for everybody, and kind of let them go to town on finding the best combination of speed and quality.
They're not there. That's not gonna. I mean, even Firestorm nags you and tells you when something draws it, and like, hey, this HUD you have on is taking up a lot of memory, and they're like, okay, just close it. I need my nails, and each nail is 20K. I think we need to educate people before that happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least if we have a display that tells people that their nails are half the scene complexity, then it gives them something to
Ignore
or reflect on as it suits them. If people understand that their content is giving them a horrible experience and they don't care, then fine. We're not gonna jump through the screen and force them to use the settings that we prefer. But we do want to help people who just kind of don't understand what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, but y'all doing it with the whole. Wait. Forget I was about to say that, because I remember it kept saying it's not cost. It's cost, not in money, but in rendering. Never mind, forget that.
Yeah, we're really talking about rendering complexity here. I mean, there's already some tools to let you see avatar complexity, but the values aren't very accurate, which is why we're talking about an Arc10 project in the first place. So this is kind of one piece of that. Is it trustworthy? The performance floater will give you values that are as good as the rendering cost calculations are. So, if we release it before we update the rendering cost calculations, then it'll be as good as what we have now. It'll be the same as what we have now. But we may decide to defer that until we can take a pass at the costs themselves to give people better info.
Hang on, let me see something. Oh, I thought somebody was at my door. Okay. Yeah, it's becoming more important now because I've been seeing a lot more people coming in from IMView, and oh my god, they really think that the higher the poly, the better the quality. And then even worse, like the last time I told you, some of the developers are demanding high poly models for their bodies in order to complete the application to get the body. So I have to keep explaining to people how heavy it is in comparison. Like, the old roof body was 9K, and every 9K is a Second Life avatar, and the sim can only hold 20 people, and your body alone is like 10 people. Like, literally, no lie, that body was super heavy.
Scary.
Yeah, I think I'm trashing the Cooper body, but yeah, that body alone is 150K in triangles. Maitreya dropped down because it lopped some layers off of it, but even that's still like 75 or so. Yeah, Gianni, and so you got that as the base, and then people trying to okay, well that's high poly, so I got to make high poly clothes to make it, and there's no education to stop them from doing it. I know somebody just said, how come there's no lessons for it, like the old mesh test, like we had to do, because we could just skip through it like we did with the mesh test. Click, click, click. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm not completely unsympathetic to the idea of hard limits, but I am averse to having half of our customers quit on us because we suddenly stop let them wearing the content that they've paid $1 zillion for.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to make a lot of noise about this than it is to actually come up with a policy that we can sustainably enforce.
I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, because even if you do put a hard limit on what you can upload, people are just going to stack the things up, like maxing it out by wearing more of them. But Y'all got hired a social media Linden. How come you're not using her to spread the informational, educational things like that? Instead of just, hey, what was your day like when you first started Stuck in Life? Hey, I teach them, but I'm only one pirate, you know. Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Yeah, we are in fact working on teaching them. That's the point. That's part of the point of the performance floater.
and I mean that too. I mean, we're trying to push. Hey, you guys, work more efficiently, optimize your mesh, and then you have your Linden advertising the highest poly body with the highest poly head. I mean, it's kind of counterproductive, you know.
Sorry, who has the highest poly body?
Strawberry and when you turn on Second Life, you see them wearing the Ketwa head, the Lucra head, however you pronounce that, LTUKs. It's a bunch of weird letters. Ugh. It's like when you showing, hey, this is Second Life, and we're using all the hard, expensive, highly unoptimized bodies to be pretty. Don't you guys want to be pretty too? Who's gonna want to, be low poly or be optimized when you wear, showing off the best is high, if that makes sense. Yeah, Animesh is totally easy to enforce.
Yeah, of course, if you're creating a new category of content, it's easy to make up new rules for that content. What's hard is to change the rules for existing content.
Yeah, I'm just saying, a little help on y'all end. Maybe stop advertising the high poly stuff. Maybe work on something a little more optimized and show that it can be pretty. Oh, no, that's just the base. Fun fact about the Belize Freya. When it first came out with its onion layers, it was actually 1,000,000 triangles. Each hand that it had was 20k in triangles, with the base body being a solid 40 per layer. 40k per layer. That's body, that's underclothes, body, tattoo, underwear, then 20k per hands. When Bakes on Mesh came, it lowered, but yeah, before that happened, I mean, it lowered, but it was still up there. Not by much.
Yeah, if you want a hand to model individual fingers, it's probably going to push it up more.
I haven't looked at their body recently, so I can't say what it is now. I'm just still scared from back then when it was 1,000,000 triangles. I know, right? Miracle XL.
So anyway, somewhere back in the scroll, we had the say I think Beck was saying that we should update the rendering cost before we put out the performance floater, and that the current rendering cost values are bad. Yeah, it's definitely possible we'll decide to do that. I think even just a raw triangle count would be more useful than our current rendering cost. Just more or less what we went with for the Animatch as far as that goes. But yeah, Bunny, if I'm talking about cost, I'm always talking about weight in the sense of how hard it is for the machine to display the content. Not charging anybody for things. Yeah, no, good point about the alpha cuts. I'm sure triangle counts aren't the only thing that matters. I just think that even just measuring triangles would avoid some of the worst of the artifacts that we have right now in our calculations.
Lucia, nothing about the Cupra is ideal. Nothing. That body is 150K in triangles. Without the nipples. Nothing. I know that. That body's been hot since they announced it. No, it's a 150K, like thousand. I mean, I guess that's good in terms of a human body compared to how bad the Beliza and all them were. But I guess I'm just used to the efficiency of furry bodies when they're like 25K, 40 something K. I'm just used to that. I don't really remember. I want to say no.
Probably say, well, I'm curious. You say plenty of other platforms deal with insanely high triangle count meshes. Who actually has more complicated stuff than Second Life on a regular basis?
IMVU and these stupid people coming over here. Oh, I was also told Ark Survival. Yeah, and you're starting to get also some sim creators coming over, and they're like liberated at Second Life's triangle count. So they are taking their stuff from there, and then they're just subdivide. I'm like, no, stop. Second Life has limits too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to take it from both directions. One is trying to improve our rendering performance, which is also something we're looking at. You know, just being able to handle the content we get more quickly. But the other, has to be that we're just not trying to draw so much stuff one way or another. Yeah, auto LOD is definitely a thing that we are interested in looking into. Trying to, even if you give people all the right education and even if you actually convince them that they should be making content with better LODs, it isn't going to help with all the stuff that's already out there.
Wait, somebody said something. Oh no, somebody said something. Start changing these goose when they upload. Charging these goose. Ella, how you dumb. I think that's what Arctan is for. When stuff is higher, you get charged more. But I'm saying they should educate people before they charge more. At least let them know why they're being charged more. And I just remembered I got cereal and milk just sitting right there in the doorway that I could be eating right now. Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, we collect frame rate data for viewer sessions. I'm not quite sure if that's what you're asking. Yeah, average FPS. We collect that. We know something about the stats. You by the time you account for the people who are getting less than 20 FPS, you've got a big chunk of the people, especially the people who are on lower end hardware. As you get into people who have nice NVIDIA GPUs, lots of them go way higher. Even up to 100 FPS and beyond, but that's not the typical experience of the people who are using the system. Yeah, I'm not really sure how the 100 FPS people are doing it. Seems high.
Might be that body, just saying. See what happens? I got a 1060, and when I'm not around a bunch of people like this, I get up to like 50, 60, even up to 80 frames.
Yeah, I'm running a 1070 now, and I'm getting about 16 FPS. I'll see if I had the performance floater, I would know whose fault it was. Of course, we all know it's down to content complexity. I mean, if people who are in a not very busy region with not very many avatars, I'm sure it's a lot easier to get a good frame rate.
I'm kind of sad Medhu isn't here, so I can't
rub
rub my project in his bougie face.
Meetings.
I could have swore that fish had junk. Wait, nope.
Oh, hey, I see Ryder's here. Ryder, were you around for the question about the Prim naming upload thing?
We're getting rain.
No, it wasn't a question about rain, but I guess you can answer that too if you want.
Oh. While we wait for him, got a quick question from our online viewers. Young Soon asked, is there any chance of getting more bones added, like another set of arms, or even having toe bones?
Do they know we already have an extra set of arms? Or legs? I don't know. I mean, there's 6 limbs now. I don't think most people use anything except arms and legs.
Now, we got extra hind legs, and we got wings, but no arms and no toes.
Well, you move them, and then their arms. Yeah, probably not the toes. We spent quite a bit of time going over this during Bento development. People wanted all kind of stuff, and we tried to draw the line in terms of not osing the performance too much, but also letting people do some flexible things. So yeah, we wound up with one extra set of limbs. So basically think of like centaurs or something for that, but I don't know how much they get used. And we went up with tail and wings, and we put in bones for all the fingers.
I can honestly say
pretty high bone count, but obviously people, some people might want more. We don't have any current plans to add more, although we never say never.
It's kind of difficult to make a centaur with the current skeleton. I mean, if you were to use only because the pelvis isn't connected to, the hind legs aren't connected with the pelvis. Yeah, they use, let me see. I didn't study their system yet, so I can't say how they did it. But I know dang well they ain't do it the way it looked. I mean, using it that way makes sense. If you have the hind legs walking behind it, but you can't lift up. That's what they said. When we tried to make one, we had a problem animating the middle part of the torso. Like, going straight down with the person and their legs in the front, using the regular leg bones, hind legs in the back. It was, like, super hard to animate the middle one. Maybe it's because of the tail.
Yeah, okay, I'm not sure. I mean, you could get issues with positioning on the ground too, since the ground contact stuff is pretty much just based on the regular feet.
If it was a horse, then that'd be easy because we can just put them in the on all fours and do that. But yeah, creating that centaur spine is like very difficult. Even when moving the bones around, it's like we're short something only because what is it? It's the spine that's the spine, the pelvis that's the issue. Yeah, that. And you can't use the wing bones because you got people who want flying Pegasus centaurs. Reckon that would make it a lot easier. We are studying the Linden horse that uses his wing bones as legs, which is weird. Yeah, somebody said there's no cog bone for the hind legs and no spine to the human body. Another person came in and said, yes, there's no hind. Yes, the hind root is basically a child of the pelvis and turns and moves with it. There's no centaur abdomen.
Sorry, you said there's no centaur what?
Abdomen?
Okay, so there's not enough bones to kind of manage the structure in between the kind of front legs and the hind legs.
Yep. You can either have front legs, you can have hind legs, but if you had to say, what's that thing when the horses jump up on their back legs to stomp you in like they always do in those movies? You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. We tried to add some support for non-humans in the Bento project, but nearly everybody said it was pointless because everybody just wanted humans anyway.
Yeah, that's because stupid people were here. They weren't as cultured as us. Or experimental.
Yeah, custom skeletons, of course, would be the most flexible, but it would be a big change from what we have now.
Yes, we just need those 2 extra bones. Just 2. And we tried the spines, but those were weird. Like, they don't... Never mind. I can go into all day how M-spine 1 through 4 is weird. Guess it's a good thing. I was dancing a minute ago. There we go. serving all that sass. Yeah, how y'all doing with that? Sorry for your loss.
Well, thanks. Yeah, that wasn't great. Don't you don't have anything to announce on the hiring side right now? We are currently looking for a VP of engineering.
It would be a little too soon to bring somebody new in. What anyway, wouldn't it? Like, hey, the CEO just died. Look at this new one. That's mean.
I don't.
Sorry.
So I don't want to. I don't want to derail things here, but I wanted to bring some news regarding bug 202864. Hopefully that is going on to pre-flight today. It will be on RC next week. So if you have, if you are in the habit of uploading mesh collections of meshes with names for the submeshes, they should transfer over.
Never.
No, it does not have to.
No, I
So is there a
haven't.
particular set of regions that this will work in?
Any of the RC channels.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it should be on all. It should go onto all RCs. We were supposed to roll it to pre-flight today, but I just checked and it doesn't look like it's there yet. So I will. Yeah, I just I just checked and pre-flight is not there. So it's not on pre-flight yet. So I will check as soon as this meeting's over.
Oh no, I'm not in Second Life birthday. I was
hope you
going
do
to.
that, buddy.
Properly articulated statue too.
Yeah, I keep meaning to script my bear so that the head turns when nobody's looking.
Alright, so once that's out, please try it and let us know.
So no one asks.
Anybody who waits until it goes out to the full grid and then complains it doesn't work the way they want gets a big no sympathy.
I will if it doesn't work the way you want when it goes to the full grid and you didn't test it on RC, then my heart just bleeds. Yes. I do not have word about syncing to a DD yet. I know that's. I'm actually in the same boat since I do a lot of work on a DD. And oh, okay, that I didn't know. I have no word on that. I don't, because maybe it's just where I am, but I don't usually have issues, so I'm not. Oh, and if you want to test the mesh upload on a DD, probably the best region would be Jigglypuff.
I know, right? It seems a little.
Yes, only it's one word. Curious.
Yes.
I don't think I have a landmark for that. Yeah, but you fall asleep. Yes.
It's cool. No
Hold on,
problem.
looking. Well. And
I'm just really looking forward to that cereal, though. It's been ages since I had some Lucky Charms.
oh, okay.
I always like writers' look.
I do not have an update for this. We are out tomorrow, but I will bring it up at server triage
He's
on Monday.
like I like him almost as much as I love Dan, only because he looks cool and so blush. So I keep harassing him.
So many things are more complicated than we realize. Yes, like adding rain.
Which I get one day.
Well, I'm in California, so we don't know what rain looks like anyway.
What is this Ruane?
Yeah, you'll probably get a bunch of steel spikes falling from the sky or something.
Oh, bloop, bloop,
Oh, I
bloop.
think it's. I suspect that it's more complicated than we realized.
As heated right now. She's right too, because 4 meetings and no new news. Yeah, that's true. Veer is our sleepy catfish, and that's why we like him so much. Probably not doing anything. These means are just optics. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Mm.
Funny, as terrain, I have seen some particle systems out on the grid that.
Oh,
do
no, you
an
don't.
Amazing job.
You said that last time.
I'm just repeating. I'm just repeating it. I'm just letting you know that there are some solutions out there that do an amazing job. I saw one with the texture. They had a texture over the pavement that was animated, so it did little raindrops.
Oh, I have that system. Sorry, didn't mean to yell and blow out people's ears. I'm practicing volume control. Like I said I would, New Year's resolution. Remember last year?
Those are always good. Those are always good to. Those are always good to have.
Oh, why are you cutting out mid-sentence? Yay! We fixed something. Or almost. It hasn't shipped this one yet.
Shh.
You gonna jinx it.
I was just gonna say, don't tempt Agni.
Voice is a jealous god, yes. Alright, well, we should probably wrap up for this week. Thanks for coming, everybody, and we will keep you posted.
One thing, why am I so nervous? So, one thing real quick, tell you fellow creators, we're getting closer to completion of the project I mentioned the last time. Second Life is about to get super animated.
Ooh, super animated sounds good.
Yes, we figured out, we teamed up with Bento Buddy, the developer of Bento Buddy, and got an interactive retargeting system. Now you can retarget any animation to the Second Life skeleton.
Ooh.
So we can bring in all kinds of animations, and I teamed up with this other guy who's developing a motion capture system, and he already has an output for Second Life. So you can use your Kinects and do free motion capture, and then retarget it with Bento Buddy, and then animate in Second Life. Yeah, hype, hype, hype.
Alright, sounds very neat.
We look forward to your support. So hurry up and fix the beta grid. These upload textings is going to be expensive. Hasn't that been with Avastar? Yeah, no. See, the thing about using Avastar for recalculating retargeting animations is that, one, you got a 50% chance of it working. Two, when it does go through, it's going to be broken. And three, it don't work. It takes hours for it to transfer, especially if you have a big animation. And then you got the frame rate is going to be off. With Bento Buddy, it's like you're done in 5 minutes, and it's real-time retargeting. So this is absolutely mwah, chef kiss. This program is so good that not even I want to give it away for free, because I'm like, the person should be supported for the hard work and groundbreaking efforts that they put in here. It's like indoor plumbing. It's gonna be big. Take care, Ryder. Remember, rain. Rain. I have no idea what that means. Oh, well, popcorn, then no. I'm just looking forward to it. All the motion capture stuff is gonna come in. It's gonna be great.
Word for what? I'm sorry.
actually, we're just making progress on some performance related work. So
Well, sure, the Kinects is old, but it's really cheap. It's not. They got a lot of markless motion capture that's free nowadays, and you can get a Kinect for under $20. So make it so that you can easily set up your motion capture studio without breaking the bank. I mean, if you buy everything together, the Kinects, the Bento Buddy, you know, it's under $100 to make a whole mocap studio for Second Life. And you know how much people love mocap stuff in this game. See you, Winda. So, how's SLB treating everybody? Lame. I wanted to do SLB so bad, but then, you know, this thing happened. And I thought, what a great gift to give Second Life. The gift of movement. Way better than some sort of performance that I could have did. Although, the circus thing was pretty cool. Yeah, I bring you the gift of dance. Shake it, madam. Although, to be fair, the frog is the one that made the gift. I'm just the one that breaks it and then, you know, he fixes it. But, yeah. Wait, there's a Second Life birthday event in London for real? Somebody said that they're giving free drinks away for 8 hours. Well, it's got hand retargeting. It retargets to a full bento skeleton. Face tracking. I'm not sure. Ben did say that you can enable more face bones, so I reckon, and especially with the Kinects, it does have that face tracking feature. It could be possible. It's even better for the people who can use the Kinects too. That has an even better motion tracking system on it than the Kinects one. I can't use it though. Take care. Oh, wait. Apparently that was SLB05, not this one. My bad. Wait, I think I might have stuff from SLB05. Second Life birthday 5. The 5th birthday. That game is terrible and you're a terrible person. You are an adorable noodle. I love your sparklies. Look at that sparkle. I want to make a dress with that material. I feel like it'll be really pretty. We shall call it the Galaxy Ball Gown. And then we'll make it 100K in triangles, and everybody will say it's super high quality, and everybody will have it. But only for the finest designer bodies. Yeah, look at that beak. Snout? Beak. Definitely beak. What a cute little avatar. I want to pet the tit. I do have to giggle at Veer kind of sidestepping my question I asked him, though. I kind of wonder what the Lindens think about those people who collect your data in order to get a dev kit. Oh my god, I need this in my life. Are you selling this? Can I have this? This is gonna be my whole sim. Quit speaking Spanish. But yeah, seriously, do you sell this? Yeah, my first SLB was 7 too. 7 or 8. I had stuff from 5 because my friend gave it. Ooh, can you? I would love it. I'd be so happy. But yeah, like I said, these developers are getting super cheeky with their demands. Like, you need a passport and or a government issued ID. Thank you. In order to fill out an application, and that's not even a guarantee that they'll give you one. So you just gave away your stuff just so that you could possibly qualify to make a T-shirt. And I'm like, that's totally ID farming. Oh no, I didn't see. Let me look. Thank you, Toothless. I will cherish it always. Oh, we can put it around meds. Sorry, on my sim, there's a giant Mad Nicholson head just there for worshiping and love. Thank you. You know what? Oh my. What? It's been over 5 months last report. Been sitting on the funerals of stats. Come on, get big for me, baby. Is the number how many triangles it makes, or can you explain the numbers to me? Oh my god. They should know by now that that's worthless. I want to protect my heads and my bodies, so I'm collecting their data. Exactly. You just have their word that they're not sharing it with somebody. And then the worst part of it is, even if they do give them their address, their 2 forms of ID, they get a kit that's broken and you can't use it. So you just gave away your information for an effed up kit. Ooh, I'm gonna put those spectrum speckles everywhere. I guess if you click on it, it takes you to the person's website or their marketplace or the store. So it needs... I mean, that's all I can think of. Or maybe it's one of those update systems. I mean, they can say no to you. Like, oh no, this information is totally safe within our servers and no one outside of our staff will look at it. But you don't know what their staff is about. They could be people who are like, yes, who knew that I can, further my career as an identity theft by making Second Life bodies? I'm Stacy Marks today. Well, yeah, that's what they called them on those LifeLock commercials. Career criminals will steal your identity. Stuff like that. Well, they can tell you they're not gonna do it all they want. Don't mean that they're not gonna do it. All under the guise of, oh, I'm trying to protect my stuff. That way, if you do violate my terms, I can sue you. Like, man, get out of here. See, they still not talking about it. Have fun. I guess it just goes down to if you're stupid enough to give somebody your ID for a body, then what happens to you happens to you. Oh. Same here. Oh. I got that already. It just came out. You know how long it took Mesh to get updated from plain old Mesh to Fit Mesh, then to Bento? Exactly. Give it a minute. See you, Maddie. I think that's how you say your name. Oh. They don't care. It never rains. Alright, guess we gotta get into it. It's a F ton of animations that need to be converted. And I'm so sad Medhu wasn't here. Damn it. That's the one person I wanted to rub this project in the face of. Oh well. Next time. Yeah, I should get to. Come along, Ukami. Back to our kitchens. See y'all later. Take care. Be safe. Oh, wait. I lost my landmark to home. Oh, there we go. See ya. Alright, y'all. That's it for the live stream. I went there so y'all didn't have to. It was quite lively this time because I was talking. You see, if I just stayed silent, we'd have been sitting there quietly for another 30 minutes. Zero talks and it's already 54 and they're like, thank God we can leave. Well, see you later, gotta go by. I'm like, but the personal information, the data mining. Damn. Okie doke. So see y'all later. We're gonna come back again later on today, and we're gonna do a clean demonstration of the animation conversion. Further pimping out that bento buddy. I totally should have, asked that frog for like a promo code, get a cut in for all this advertising, but the ability to retarget animations is payment enough. What more could a girl ask for? Besides, Lucky Charms. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna eat some Lucky Charms and then I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna retarget some animation. So, see you guys later and I hope you join me in the next stream, okay? Bye!